Hello and welcome to another trophy guide for Journey. This one is the historian guide. Basically throughout all the levels scattered around the place are these ancient historical storyboards, shall we say, littered around the place, and there's 10 of them throughout the entire game, and this is my guide to all of them. So the first one, on the very first level, if you bear right, rather than go down into the gate area, the level areas, before you get into it, if you bear right, there's this little ruin, and if you go into this here, it's the first one in the game, and you just have to highlight, you walk past them or use your calling card to illuminate the history of what's going on, interestingly enough. The second one, this is in the bridge level, on the second level, down in the far right corner where there's this sandfall, there it is, and it's hidden behind it, cunningly behind it, and you can just ping it and open it up. What's this one do? It shows some wind sweeping over the buildings. Maybe that symbolises the losing of the city under the sand, I don't know. So the next one is... well, it's here. I'm just trying to remember where it is in the level. If you follow the path of the flying carpets, they should really guide you to it. It's a fairly simple one, but if not, you veer right and then up from the start of the level, and it's there. So it's on the right hand side of the level as you start it. This is on the right on the other side of the level. You can get your symbol, but I use that as a marker because once you've got that, fly sort of straight over here, and this is quite hidden, you won't really see this. So this is either from the start of the level, it'll be to the left of you, or you can go right round and find that monument there, and go back the other way. I did it this way because that's the way I went round in the level, but ultimately it's hidden over here on the right. I'm not sure what this one says. I'm quite quick on this one here. This is a different go. I was doing multiplayer, but anyway, yeah, it's there. It's there. You can find that. This one is directly after the first sequence where you do the sand surfing. Over in the corner of this level, this sort of like little square room where you have to open up the 4 columns. You can float up here, and it's hidden behind this wall. And yeah, another one shows some people walking around on buildings. Very pretty indeed. Then the next one is down in just after the monster there eats all the material. If you veer left and look back on yourself, he's hiding up here. So there's the marker. Monster eats things. Look left, and you shall find. There he is, giving you some other information, telling you about stuff. Then in the next section, in the temple, when you get up to, I think it's the 3rd level, which releases the big cloth monster, you can see it appear. It comes out of the wall here on the right. Well, that hole that it comes out of, if you go and fly into it, instead of staring at the cloth monster, which is what you might have done the first time round, you'll notice that there is actually a door has opened up with a little room inside. And this little room has another one of these tablets to give you a little bit more history. Shows some more dead jowls, something like that. Not sure. Quite a busy room. Then you go on to the ice levels. As you're walking around, this is on the route. As you're going through the game, you'll see this little room with some strange objects in it. If you give them a little call, like so, it warms the room up, and you can float up. There's a hole in the roof, and hidden there is another one of history's markers. and you can give that a little call. Just stop waiting for somebody, just do it yourself. But I was hoping this person would see it as well. I thought I might as well show out this person who's with me where this thing is. He didn't seem to have noticed it, and there it was. More history. And then as you struggle through to the next part where the monster tries to hit you first of all, as you come out into the first bit of blowy wintry waste, the reaction is to keep on going to the right because that's where the things are that are keeping you safe from the monsters flying in the air. But if you can veer left where that lonely stone is, instead of going to the right, which is kind of what you would normally feel like doing, as my friend there is trying to get me to go that way, but I'm resolute and pulling him with me. He seems to be confused, but I know where I'm going, matey. Don't try and tell me. And there we go. And it doesn't become clear until you just get round, and there it is. It's like a cave. And he starts to acknowledge me now. He starts to think, oh, hello, this bloke. He's not just a pretty face. He knows where things are hidden. But there's another little secret hidden little cavey thing out here, and it gives you more history. More backstory, perhaps. Whatever way you want to look at it. It helps you out. I think it shows wind and stuff. Oh no. Look, loads of them. Loads of people travelling up the mountain. And then finally, because this is the last one I actually found, is at the end of the sand surfing sequence where you drop from the city into the sunken city, right at the end of the level, before on the right there you can just see the end of the level sort of monument or whatever it is. Hidden up here to the left of it is the 10th one. But I guess you would have done that. It just happened to be the one that I missed and got it that way around. And there's the history.